Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Northgate for my weekly chat and update. Hope you've got a cup of coffee that you can drink along with me as we sit here this morning. It's been a very unsettled week as far as weather goes. I think tomorrow we're in for a cold blast of air as well. Crumbs. We're all over the place, aren't we? We're near the end of the second week of lockdown. So it's quite often interesting to reflect on it. I find the time flies by, and I hope that's true for you as well, although it may not be if you're on your own. And I was saying something the other day, one of the things I do to keep my spirits up is I think each day what today has been special. And it doesn't need to be I climbed a mountain, or it might just be the smallest thing. And I want to share with you today what's really made my day. A while back, Diana Stringer went into hospital, and ever since she's been home, it's because of COVID, not been able to see her. And I found her this morning out walking in Egmont Road, and it lifted my day to see Diana Stringer. So small might feel like small things, but to see her smile was amazing. So Diana, I know you watch these blogs, so great to see you. And if you can find a small thing in each day, then it really does make a difference, because it makes you realise that the really important things in life are often those encounters or those small things. So I hope you're all still ringing each other and you're looking after each other. I was thinking actually whether you'd be happy with this. The services, we're recording again tomorrow for this coming Sunday. We're recording in Selham this week, which will be really beautiful, with Francis, Derek, Mary and Anthony. And it's Christ the King this coming Sunday, which is the sort of end of the church year, as then we build into Advent and we all start again. And we got next year is Mark's Gospel. And Christ the King is a really good time to stop and reflect on where we are and all that kind of stuff. Now, where was I going with that? Oh, yes. Christ the King. Advent. And I was thinking maybe for Advent this year, instead of doing my blogs like this, what I might do is record in the church each midweek a kind of Advent reflection around the themes that so that as we journey through Advent together, you can sit, you can reflect with me each week, and we can journey, and whatever we're allowed to do at Christmas, we'll do. So if we can't have services, we will produce services that you can watch, and I'm hoping to produce a carol service, an online carol service, which we're going to record, and we want to do it again going around the three churches. So there'll be some carols from Selham, Lodsworth, and then from Easebourne. So that's also to look forward to. So weekly Advent reflections, hopefully recording a carol service, which we can publish on the Sunday before Christmas. Again, thank you to everybody. It helps me with that and gets that done. I hope that's all right with you. Hope you'll be happy with that. It's the best we can do, isn't it, in the circumstances. Now, a challenge for you today, and a challenge for me as well. We've had some glimpses of good news recently. The Pfizer vaccine was a glimmer of hope, and we noticed that other vaccines are now coming forward. And I think we've got a really important job to do at the moment as church communities. I think we need to pray. And what I want you to do is to find a couple of minutes each day in your home, or maybe out on your walk, which you do, to pray. To pray that we can find a way out of this awful pandemic. Now, I suspect you've been doing that anyway. But I thought, let's have a concerted effort now as God's people to do that, to find a space each day to pray that these vaccines work, that we can get back to normality of life, and we can get back to not having the most vulnerable and lonely in our communities, isolated, but actually back as, you know, in where they should be. So would you do that with me each day? If you can do 5 minutes, that would be great. If it's just a minute or 2 minutes, to stop, or when you're walking or whatever, to pray that these vaccines now come on board and that they work. And that's going to be our special challenge and task for the week. And I've come back to one of my favourite books, which has really helped me through the pandemic and was a great gift to me. And my saying for today, it's the boy, the horse, the fox and the mole. Sorry, the boy, the mole, the fox and the horse. And they have conversations. And if you've not seen this book, you really need to. It's great for mindfulness. And it says the boy is on the back of the horse and the fox is alongside. I don't know where the mole is, whether the mole's being held by the boy. I don't know. But the mole's in there as well. And the boy's having a conversation with the horse. And he said, "What is the bravest thing you've ever said?" asked the boy. "What's the bravest thing you've ever said?" asked the boy. And the horse says, "Help." And I was thinking, that's the thing we all find really difficult, isn't it? To ask for help. Because we think asking for help is a sign of weakness, but actually it's a sign of bravery. It's a sign that we can recognise that sometimes we need to reach out. And I think that's where our weakness is with God at times, that we don't ask for help. We think we'll get through. But actually, the truth and reality is that we do need God and we need each other. And so sometimes we need to have the courage and do the bravest thing, which is to ask for help. So that's my thought for this week. Can we have the courage and the bravery to ask God and to ask our fellow church members for help when we really need it? So let's bring ourselves to a place of prayer. Let's bow our heads in prayer. Heavenly Father, this Sunday we gather for Christ the King, which in our church calendar is the end of our yearly cycle. We come to the end of Matthew's Gospel. Lord, as we watch services together, as we are aware of each other's presence, Lord, your kingdom was established on the very simple, beautiful things of trusting each other, loving each other, caring for each other, and recognizing that you are our God. So, Lord, help us to be your people. Help us to care, to love, to reach out. And Lord, bless us all this day. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So lovely to see you all. So the challenge, find time each day. Let's get this vaccine. Let's get these vaccines. Let's use God and the power of God to get these vaccines now up and running so that we can return to normality of life. I love you all. And I'm going to leave you now with my blessing. And the peace of God, which passes all understanding, keep your hearts and minds in the knowledge and love of God and of his Son, Jesus Christ, our Lord. And the blessing of God Almighty, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit be upon you and remain with you always. Amen. See you Sunday morning, everybody. God bless.